Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here, my name is Jen and I am a self-taught nail enthusiast. And in today's video, I wanted to create a nail look by vo.tino over on Instagram. And it's like this witch cauldron nail. And I have the perfect colors from Born Pretty to use to create this look. So let's go ahead and get started. Please excuse my neighbor. I don't know what they're doing, but they keep revving their truck and you're probably going to hear it in the background, and I'm so sorry for that. But anyways, so I'm going to start with a base. This is not a Born Pretty color, but I don't have any other color like this, and I think it will just work perfectly. So it's actually from Madam Glam, and it is, what's the color? Lil Toto. It's just like this beautiful off-white shade, and I'm going to basically ombre on this nail, like the lower half of it, using the green, purple, and the orange. I'm going a little different with the nail look here. I'm working with what I got, and I'm also trying to put my own spin on it. So I'll pop the reference photo up, and it's basically of like a witch cauldron with her feet sticking out the top. So they're making witch stew. I am so sorry that that was not focused. It was unfortunately focusing on the top of the brush. It likes to do that for some reason, and I don't know why. See, it's following it. But anyways, so I'm going to do 2 coats of this on the index and the pinky nail. Just go ahead and show you all the colors that I've got, because somehow I ended up with 2 greens. So I've got this darker green. It's more like rich, but it's still a good like green for Halloween. And then I've got this more like Halloween ooze. You know what I mean? Like almost, in my opinion, perfect for this nail look. It's much brighter, more neon-esque. Sorry, that was just my lamp going off. And then we've got our purple color right here. Beautiful. Perfect, right? And then I've got my orange. Again, very neon, very much what this look is sort of asking for, if you will. So what I decided to do instead of doing an ombre, because like I said, I want to make this my own look. So what I'm thinking of doing is, instead of doing an ombre, I was thinking of doing like those like cloud, like the only thing I can think of is like a cloud shape, where they just kind of do like the wave pattern and they like layer it. You'll know what I mean when I start doing it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the orange and end with the green on this. And I have my index finger here that I'm going to work with first, or my index finger nail, I should say. And I'm going to do it on like the corner here, and this one kind of has to go sort of high up. So the way I've seen people do this is they kind of just make like the little shape like so, and kind of like pull down on it like that. That actually worked perfectly. So you kind of just have this like squiggle. I don't really know how to explain what it is. That's what I'm going to do for this nail. And then I'll layer each color on top. So you'll get like this cute little pattern, if you will. And so I think this looks pretty good. I was expecting this orange not to be as opaque as it is, because it almost has a jelly-like texture to it. But I think it was a good choice using this color as a background. It's very neutral, but it also kind of helps the colors pop too. So I like that. Okay, I'm really liking this little pattern. All right, I'm gonna give this a cure, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the ring finger. No, I'm sorry, to my pinky. I'm gonna do the same thing to my pinky. I got my fingernails confused for a second. I don't want to do that. The next color is green. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's purple. What am I talking about? Hopefully you guys kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do. I hope. Anyways, I try to get these off screen so my camera doesn't try to focus on anything else. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in here, like so. And then another little bumpity bump over here. Oh yeah. I had a feeling once there were like more layers, you'd kind of see what I was going for. Absolutely, it looks so cute. And I didn't realize that this nude color that I used as the base has like a little bit of sparkle in it, so that's great. Alright, I just need to pick her up really quick at this side. Just want to make sure it covers this orange. And if I have to do another layer, I'll do another layer. It's not a big deal. Alright. Very cute. Sorry, my camera just died in the middle, but I was just saying I'm gonna have like bats and stars and stuff on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this one, and as that's curing, I will do the other one. Green. Very cute. It's getting me in the holiday spirit, if you will. I wanted to show you what I've got going on so far. I did all this off camera. I'm gonna show you this nail. It's gonna be kind of the same. And I did part of the witch and the cauldron. Whoops. Oh my gosh. So this is where we're at, and it looks really cute. And I made a little bit of a mistake, and you'll be able to know that. You'll be able to notice that, I should say, when I put the nails on. I accidentally did this on the nail that's gonna go on my ring finger, but when you flip it, it's gonna go on the middle finger. So I kind of screwed up, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. They're not that off on size, so I think it should work out. But I'm gonna do the other half on this one, and I kind of like, I'm gonna have this one for reference just so I can like figure out where I did stuff. It's not gonna match up like completely because they're not even the same length, but like when they're on the finger they are. I hope that makes sense. Like they will be the same length when they're on the finger, so you know it's gonna take a little bit. But I just did some pumpkins on the thumb, and I might just add some gems in there. I don't know, I kind of use that same sort of like technique that I did here, so I didn't feel like I needed to really show that to make these little pumpkins. I don't know, didn't really want to do the same thing on the thumb. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on. I've got my palette loaded with the colors that I need. Everything here is Born Pretty except for the black, but I don't have a black from Born Pretty, and if I do, I have like 3 shelves worth of Born Pretty stuff, so I don't know where it is right now. And some of the bottles don't have like the open window. But anyways, I digress. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna map out where the cauldron is, because that is kind of like the road work, if you will, of where everything else needs to be. We need the cauldron to be in the right spot, or else nothing else is going to be in the right spot, essentially. I'm just gonna have this one here as like reference. I mean, I could put it on this side too, because I'm just, like I said, I'm just kind of mapping things out. I'm gonna just kind of start with a line down here, and I'm going very thin. So for the top part, I just kind of draw like a straight across line. Okay, I think that I'm happy with that. The size and everything kind of matches up, so that's perfect. Okay. And from there, I can draw the other handle. And again, like I said, I'm kind of mapping everything out. So I'm gonna start thinner, and then I'll thicken up the lines as we go. So this kind of like comes off of the nail on the side, so that's why I'm not worried about that part. Just trying to make sure it's like nice and round. Alright, so that's my mapped out part. She's a little crooked up top, so let's just kind of fix that. As I thicken the line, I'll fix that. So I'm doing my cauldron a little bit differently than he did. He didn't have like this little top like bump part, but I kind of like the way that looks, so I'm doing it that way. And you can do it whichever way you would like to do it. That's the beauty of this. I'm using this merely as inspiration. I'm not like completely recreating his nails. I would, don't get me wrong. I just had sort of a different vision, and I want to go with it, so. I can hear my son downstairs yelling about something. I have no idea what he's saying though. And then I'm going to start filling everything in, which is kind of boring. So I'll be right back once this is filled in. Now we work on the leg. So the hardest part about this part is the shoe that has to be like twirled around. It took me forever and it's still not perfect. Like if you're up close to it, you'll see it's not the greatest, but you know, I tried my best. So I'm gonna load my brush up with some more black, and I start with the inner line of the leg. So this one starts, I would say, about halfway on the cauldron, and so we're gonna just bring it out diagonally to about, I would say, there. Let me just reference with this guy. Maybe just a smidge longer, but yeah, looks good. All right. And then from here, we're gonna do the twirly boot. So, oh God, I gotta roll up my sleeves for this one. I'm gonna start filling things in from here, but just know the shape's gonna change a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna cut off her. I really think her, for some reason, like I feel like the leg is not as thick. So I'm gonna erase the back line really quickly and redo that. And then I'll fill in the shoe. Because I feel like her leg's like too skinny. So let's just wipe off some of that. Make sure we get all of that off, and then let's redo it, because the proportion, it just looks a little weird. Like I don't know what's going on with the leg, but it just looks way too thin. So let's try to redo that, shall we? And make her a little bit thicker. I'm gonna kind of make the angle of which I draw it like come back a little bit more. Yeah, that seems better. Okay. Now that's too thick. My God. Okay, let's see if we can go somewhere in the middle, and then I'll just erase whatever doesn't work. How about that? Oh, God. I think about there is good. And then I'll just use my cleanup brush to thin that out. Whew. Hard stuff, guys. Hard stuff. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Let's fix that little shoe piece. And then I'm gonna fill the shoe in, and when I get to the curly bit, I'll come back, because you guys don't want to sit here and watch me fill this in. It was rough enough just watching me sketch it out. Alright, I know I said I was gonna call you when I did the twirly part, but I just did it off camera because it was so hard to do. But now it's time to add the color and all the fun stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the stockings, and I just did some purple and white stockings. And all I did was add the purple part and just left the background as like the white section. And then for the witch's brew, I just used a dotting tool. So I'm just gonna clean it up real quick, make sure there's nothing on it. And that's what I used for it. And it turned out really cute. So I'm gonna start with the light green. Oh, first I gotta cure the stockings. What am I doing? So then maybe I'll do the fire first. So let me clean my brush off. and I will do a Zephyr. And I honestly just made like squiggly lines. So first I'm gonna go in with this like jelly orange color that I had from Born Pretty, and I'm just gonna kind of like from here squiggle some lines. I don't know, nothing crazy. Doesn't have to be like perfect or anything. I don't even know like what flames are supposed to look like, but this is what I did. I just kind of squiggled some stuff on here, and that's what I did. And then I shall cure. So that's what we have so far. We've got our little squiggly flames and our stockings. Now we're gonna add our witch's brew, and again I'm gonna use my dotting tool like I told you I was before. Yeah, so far so good. I'll probably go over here and add some more like stuff with the witch's brew because I think it's looking really cute on this side. So I don't know what I did differently over there because I kind of thought I did the same thing, but it doesn't matter. All right, flash cure. Ooh, flash cure. I've got my reference photo over here. So now I'm gonna use Makart's. This is their metal paint gel, and tell me this doesn't look like liquid silver or something. Like, it's insanely pigmented and crazy. I just put like a tiny bit down because all I have to do is a shoe buckle, and I just got it all over myself again. So I'm just going to clean up. Oh, it's such a mess to like open. That's the only thing I don't like about these little liner pots that they give you, is they are just really a pain in the butt to open, and you end up getting them like everywhere. So let me clean myself up and move everything out of the way so that I can just focus on the fingernail. And let's go ahead and draw ourselves a little shoe buckle. And I'm gonna say right now, these two nails are like eyebrows. They are sisters, but they are certainly not twins. Okay, I don't know how easy you can see the buckle. I know it's a mess. Okay, it's tragic. I'm gonna clean it up, but that's that. And then I'm gonna go and add some black lines where the purple is on the stockings, just to give like a smidge more detail, add some white highlighting. I'm actually just gonna use like the cream color for the highlights because I want it to be like almost like a shadowy highlight. But yeah, that's really all I have to finish on this finger. So I'm just gonna do that stuff off camera since it's like small details, and then we'll come back with the pinky to finish up the whole set. That lovely finger is curing. Let's go ahead and finish up the pinky. And essentially we're gonna do, I want to do some little witch hats. I thought that could be cute, and some stars. And I'm covered in lint. Lord help me. So I'm just gonna take my black, and I'm gonna start by drawing a triangle, of course. Are you guys ready to see them? Ah, here they are. They're so fun and so stinking cute. Look at that. Like I said, they're sisters. They're not twins. They match up pretty well. There's a couple discrepancies, but like, listen, I'm definitely not vo.tino or Tino Vo. I don't know which one is his first name. I'm sorry, correct me down below and let me know. But this was such a fun nail look to do, and personally I think I nailed it. I love my little creative like tweaks that I did to it. I love recreating other people's looks because it almost gets my creative juices flowing, and then I like put my own twist on it. Like, I love doing that. So this was so much fun. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I hope that you're having a wonderful fall / Halloween season so far. I want to say thank you to Born Pretty, because if it wasn't for their polishes, then I would not have been able to create this look. So once again, before you guys leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye, guys!